It's Sunday, the 29th of September 2019. Welcome along to this morning's United Kingdom Talk, coming to you from the Mirable Studios here in Royal Berkshire, boys and girls. With us early today is the man just rejoining Slimming World. Mr. Mark Jones is in the house. Good morning, Mark. We got Mark Bowles there, nice and early. I don't think you ever sleep, Mark. Whenever I'm here, you're there. And Mark, I'm pleased to say, my sister's husband, my brother-in-law, yesterday, he recently won 2 of our very highly sought after fridge magnets. You can win one too. If you're new to the show, welcome along. I'll tell you how you can win one of these. There's only about 40, I don't know how much. Shall I have a little count? Let's have a little count, see how many of these are left. One moment, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's easier if I do it just by piles, wouldn't it? So, I haven't got piles, I just want to point that out. Oh, what a terrible thing to have that, isn't it? Anyone had piles before? Oh, you can't sit comfortably, can you? 10, 20... One minute. 10, 20... I'm taking great risks here, you know, because you might try and break in while I'm away and steal these. 30... Oh, actually, it's not 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 35, does that look about right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. 10. There's only 35 left now. Gosh. Blimey, they've gone down quick, haven't they? 35. Have I actually given away 15? I can't believe... I'm going to have to check Ronnie's house. I'm sure he hasn't stolen any. So there's only 35 of those left now. Oh, of course, we've done little extra ones here and there, haven't we? For bits and pieces. That's why there's only 35 left. So there we are. With only 35 of those left now, boys and girls. The raffle is, of course, every Monday morning. You can win one of these either by purchasing one for just the knockdown bargain price of £10,000, payable to my PayPal account, chris@chrisreardon.co.uk. If you buy one for £10,000, I will, of course, personally deliver it to you wherever you are in the world. I'll get on a little plane somewhere, maybe, to Australia, or perhaps a ferry over to the Isle of Wight if you want to buy one for just £10,000. Or you can win one in our weekly raffle. The raffle takes place on a Monday morning, boys and girls, somewhere between 10:30, somewhere between 8:30 and 10 o'clock UK time, okay? How do you get a raffle ticket? Well, each and every day I give out the raffle tickets here on the show. That'll be a little bit later on in today's show, and they all go in here, okay? And then at the end of the week, or the beginning of the week, depending on how you look at it, we do a raffle, all right? So that's coming up a little bit later on. Mark's already won his, but he didn't win his through my show. Oh, no. My sister's husband, he won 2. One was for the bingo, and one was for the raffle some weeks ago now, I think it was actually now. And he decided to give one away on his show, which you can find at Retro Restore. That's one of the YouTube channels. If you can't find that, just go to my YouTube, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. Bottom right-hand side is featured channels. You'll find Retro Restore there. That's where he does his show every Saturday afternoon at 2 o'clock. He schedules his show. I don't schedule my show. My show can appear at any time. So do remember to hit the subscribe button. Those of you watching on Facebook, to let you know, we'll be moving lock, stock and barrel over to YouTube in the next couple of weeks at some point. Probably when I come back off a little holiday, because I'm going for a little holiday, not next week, the week after. So there'll be no shows at all next week, other than perhaps a few little uploads. I might be able to find some time to do some uploads, but no live shows on that particular week. And then after that, I'll come back. I'll do a Saturday show, and then probably from the Sunday show after that, we'll probably switch over to YouTube exclusively. So if you're watching via Facebook Live, don't forget we will be disappearing off that in a couple of weeks' time. Sign up to the YouTube channel. It's all free. youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK, and you'll be able to join us there. And there's a chat box there, same as it is on Facebook. There's a chat box there. People talk to each other, and they talk to me, and it's all well and good. And it's a bit more reliable. Actually, the picture looks a bit better to me as well. Not that you can have a good picture looking at me anyway, to be honest. All right, so there we are. Mark Bowles, congratulations. He's very excited. I think he's a bit disappointed though, really, because it won't be me actually touching the fridge magnet and placing it in a little sealed envelope, with a few of my kisses on it, because I do kiss these When I send these food, I give. If you look carefully at the plastic that is surrounding them, there is little kiss marks. That's me where I've kissed it, you know. And I can see Mark sort of taking out a little thing like that. And if it had been from me, you know, possibly kissing it or licking the actual plastic, you know, to get the remains of my lips off the piece of plastic. Unfortunately, it's coming from my brother-in-law, so you won't have that advantage. Okay, so perhaps you should continue to try and win one from me, dear. Huh? And is that a good idea? Yes. Morning, Mark. Good morning to Diane Jebb, Adam the Plumber, Breakfast with Chris. Yes. You never experienced that, did you, Adam? A few people did. Hundreds, actually. Hundreds. Morning, Adam. Good morning to Joanna Ebola. Morning, my darling. Joanna Ebola in the house. Shania's there. A windy and rainy Dorchester. Where's Dorchester? Are you over on the mainland? Are you going to church today? Are you going to that cathedral? You're not going to Portsmouth Cathedral, are you? You're going to tell me when you go there. Okay, so I'll try and meet her. What mass do you usually go to at Portsmouth Cathedral? Because I've never been. I want the whole thing, you know, the big choir and the very loud organ playing, dear. We don't want two nuns sitting in the corner playing guitars, love. Let's have the whole thing. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, no. We want the whole, loud. We want loud. When are you going to Portsmouth Cathedral again, Shania? And what time mass do you usually do there? Morning to Craig McKenzie. Morning to you. Happy Sunday. The music reminds me of Cagney and Lacey. Oh, my word, I remember those. Two girls, weren't they? Was that on IT? I think that one was on ITV, that one, wasn't it? I didn't really get into that. I did like police series. Great people like Kojak, Ironside, Starsky and Hutch, and of course our very own Dixon of Dock Green. I used to love all that stuff. I can't. And what was the one on Minder on ITV, and The Professionals? Oh, great TV series, weren't they? Great TV series, and of course not a police series, but Happy Days. How happy was that tune? Happy Days. Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Wednesday, Thursday, happy days. Friday, Saturday, happy days. The weekends come. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ba 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 ba. These days are out. I mean, how could you not be happy listening to that tune? Do you know what I mean? Such a nice little tune. Morning to Mike Rees-Ponto. Morning to Sean Pye. Hello, Sean. LaBelle. Sean. Could you, I'm ever so sorry, Sean and Claire, could you resend me your email details for the bingo? I think it was you two. Because I put them in, I closed the computer and I forgot to save the damn thing. So I've disappeared and then I went back to look at your emails and they're not there now. So could you possibly send me your email again and I'll add you to our bingo thing, which will be starting in a few weeks' time. Okay, there's my email address there. Just pop your email on there or say hello and I'll have the email then and I'll add you. I think it was you, if I'm correct, sure. And could you tell me it was you? You were the one who sent a text message. I think it was you who sent it via text message. If you could either send it on another text message or email it, then that would be great. And Claire as well, please. Sorry, I've mucked up there. All right. Craig says, I like the intro. It reminds me of when the telly used to go off and I was looking for a holiday on CFAX. Oh, the good old days. Do you remember it? And the subtitles on CFAX, page 888. Yes, we remember that. Hello to LaBelle. She's still up. Blimey, she's up at all hours. My emerald rod blazer of love. Morning, LaBelle. I hope you've had a good weekend. Looks like you're incredibly busy at the moment. Really, LaBelle, incredibly busy doing drag shows and all that. Our drag never turned up last night, LaBelle. What a shame you wasn't over here. You could have filled in, dear. You could have filled in last night. Our drag didn't turn up. Which actually it was a little bit of a blessing in disguise. It was incredibly quiet in the pub last night. When I say not 10 people, no, not 10 people. So there's me and a few people, and we're waiting for this drag act, and she didn't turn up. My managers, they sent the agent a message, no reply. So we don't know what happened there. But as I say, probably a blessing in disguise. Probably saved themselves 300 quid. Which we wouldn't have had coming in across the bar. One of those things, I suppose. It doesn't really happen very often, to be honest. but a very quiet night in there last night. So I had to do some other stuff. I think there just happened to be two people in there who are also drag people, but not in drag. And I got them to sing a song, and I sang a song. I did my usual Barry Manilow's Stay, Stay, why don't you be with me tonight? Ba, stay, 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 stay. We can make love till the morning light. Baby, that one, yes. I did that one last night, and a couple of people done songs as well, just to fill in a little bit. And people appreciate that. Something goes wrong, and you try and do something different, or to replace it, people do appreciate that, whether it's good or bad. And if I was singing, you can guarantee it was bad, all right? So good morning to you. Let's have a look. Good morning, Dr. SOS Gregorian. Jason Hughes, morning, Jason. Adam is beginning to panic. Will I win one of the fridge magnets for the Chris Reardon shrine? Because Adam's got a shrine to me. You know that, don't you? Yeah, he's got a little statue of me, which aren't available, I'm afraid. They're not public things. I think he had it made specially, a little statue of me that he worships every morning when he gets up, and I believe before he goes to bed as well. Him and his other half. I don't know if his other half is a worshipper or just a viewer. There are not many worship. He's got a little statue of me. I'm very big in Latvia, If you go into the main cities in Latvia, there's statues of me all over the place. Very popular. I've never actually been myself, Trouble is, you go to somewhere like that where you're extremely popular. More popular than the Queen is in this country. That's me in Latvia, apparently. I've never been, because the trouble is you go there and people start grabbing bits of you, a pair of scissors come towards you, not to stab you, but to steal a piece of hair. And, be honest, I can't afford to lose any more. I really can't. And you get to your car, eventually get from wherever you are to your car, and you've barely got any clothes left on because people have been hacking away at your clothes just to take a little bit of the clothes as a memento of me being in Latvia. That's true, that. Absolutely true. Morning to Mick Davenport. Good morning. Morning to Mr. Ray Reynolds. Hello, businesswoman Chris Reardon. This is businesswoman Ray Reynolds. I'm not a businessman. Oh, believe me, I'm not a businessman. The amount of times I've been told by other people I don't charge enough for karaoke or DJ, but I love doing it, so that's it. Mark's still going to continue to try and win one of the fridge magnets. Good on you, Mark. Keep joining in the fun, my dear. When you go on holiday, do you think you could upload vintage episodes of the show? Well, all you've got to do, actually, is cut and paste. Actually, all you've got to do. Thank you, Sean. I've got your email there. Thank you, Sean. I'll add you now. All you've got to do is cut and paste. Perhaps you'd like to be in charge of that, Adam. Would you like me to place you in charge of that? When I'm not on, you can copy the web address to one of your favourite YouTube old shows of mine. I'll let you do that, darling. When I'm away, okay? When I'm away, there's a little job for you, Adam. Look, he's so happy now that he's been given. You're very happy, aren't you, Adam? I'm pleased to hear that, lovely. Good morning to Zubir. Morning to you, who is in Algeria this morning. Good morning. Will you be doing a Cyprus vlog? Not live. Believe it or not, where my niece is, the download is all right. The upload speed is extremely slow, so nothing live. Nothing live. But we might do a couple of little videos and upload those, as sort of, as a vlog. As a vlog, okay? Won't be any of this, though. Won't be any of this there. All my new backdrops have arrived. Did I tell you that? Yes, I've got a Halloween one. That's arrived. And this, you're going to be disappointed now, Adam. I'm sorry. It's time for the sunflowers to go. Yes, this is the last time you'll be seeing the sunflowers this year, I'm afraid. It's time for them to go. Why? Because it's autumn now, and there are no more sunflowers. They've all gone. I was looking, even the sunflower that mysteriously, it's very strange and mysterious, even the sunflower that was growing in my hanging basket has now wilted. No longer is it standing erect and proud. So it's no longer, as they get older, they can't stand erect and proud anymore. That's when you have to move them on and get new ones, dear. Who wants a sad old thing that is wilting and going limp in front of you, ladies? None of us want that, dear. Goodbye. Thank you. You may leave now. Send a new one in, please. Thank you very much. Nothing worse than it wilting in front of you. Oh, it'll be all right in a minute, mate. No, it won't. No, it won't. Goodbye. Send another one immediately. Okay? So the sunflowers are going. Now, the replacement one I've got, I don't know about it. I'll be honest, I don't know about it. I'll stick that up probably at some point this evening, and you'll see it tomorrow morning when we do our big raffle for the fridge magnet, okay? So I'll put that up later, and you see what you think. I probably, once it's up, I probably won't change it, even if you don't like it, because it can't be up. It's an effort. When I change that backdrop, everything else has to come down. You know, this, and then you put it up, and you have to stretch it and gun staple it, right? And then you have to find where the little holes were for those in the first place. It's very difficult. This is where I need a man in here to do things like that. You know, but there we are. Good morning to... LaBelle wants to thank me for being ever so kind and liking my videos and picture posts. I greatly appreciate it. Well, I find you interesting, LaBelle. I like interesting people with lots of talent. And you must have... Look, I'm not saying this to, to butter you up. We call that butter you up, make you feel good. But you work every night, sometimes in several places, so you can't be rubbish. I did see you dancing. I saw your video of you dancing last night. I was watching that just as I went off to bed last night. She's uploaded a video of her dancing at a venue there. Adam, no, I never did get breakfast with you. Just the appetizer. Magnets would need disinfecting. What, after I kiss them, Jason? How? Oh, I'll have to consider that a homophobic comment. I'm sorry, dear. I'll have to write your name down there, Jason, and report you immediately to the police and the Offended Appreciation Society of people are permanently offended. Starsky and Hutch, Hunter, TJ Cooker. Didn't watch Hunter or TJ Cooker. Didn't watch those. Good morning to Barry McCoy. Morning, Barry McCoy. Mark, do you still want a swimming pool? I'd love to have my own swimming pool. Oh, I'd love that. I would love my own swimming pool. My garden's not big enough. Well, I probably could have a little swimming pool in the garden, but it would be a very small one. I might manage to... you could probably do a length in about 30 seconds, you know. And I like my lengths to last a little bit longer than that, Mark. You know, if you're a 30-second lad, I'm sorry, move over, darling. Thank you, Sean. It was you. Okay, so it's you and Claire. I know Claire was the other one, so hopefully she'll pop up at some point and send me her thing again. There's no rush anyway. It's not starting yet. Morning to Michael Lawrence. A very good morning to you. Couldn't you have filled in for drag? No, I've never done drag. I don't know. I'm not comfortable in ladies' clothes. I wouldn't be comfortable in ladies' clothes. Although I will put the fishnets on for Mark if he wants those at some point, okay? Morning to Tony King. Hello to Daniel Warren. Welcome along. Fun things to do with tech. Nice and early today. How's the shoes? I think they're still all right. They're hidden in the car from my sister. Right, because she said she was going to pop round to my caravan, the Lincolnshire Television Studio complex, and steal them and throw them away. So I've had to keep them with me. They're in the car. I'm not having those shoes thrown away until they're falling apart. Years of wear left in those. Too much of this chucking away stuff as soon as it looks a bit old. Unless, of course, it's fellas. You know, fellas get a bit old. Please move on. Not interested. Thank you very much. Morning to Kate Doody. Good morning to you. Playtime with Evie and Harry is finding this very interesting this morning. Hello to Tommy Flynn. Good afternoon, Tommy. Adam is so excited he could crush a grape running around the flat, head of vintage videotapes. Hello to Vaughan Live. Good morning to you. Right, let's just scroll down a little bit. Is that everyone else? Courtney Dewitt Mills. Good morning, Courtney. Hope your health's not too bad today, my dear. Looking dapper. I can't do this up any. Look, this is how fat I am now. Look. Oh, and there's no way I can do that up now. Absolutely no way whatsoever. Curvy Petal's back again. Good morning, Curvy Petal. She's feeling great, sitting here, ready and willing to be entertained. We'll go on to some stories in a moment or two. And where are we now? Well, just scrolling down. Yeah, the dancing thing that LaBelle... It was the second number of the last of a 3-show gig. Got 3 shows in a day. That's excellent, isn't it? Excellent. Okie doke, boys and girls. Some stories coming up. I had a lovely little FaceTime call or a WhatsApp video. You know, all the same thing, aren't they? A WhatsApp video call with my niece this morning. And it's here. It's not too cold at the moment. It's going to turn cold this week, actually. I mean, apocalyptic weather. Possibly not quite apocalyptic. How do you say that? Apocalyptic weather, something like that. I can't remember, but not too bad. It's a little bit cold. The Met Office has issued 3 days of yellow danger to life warning. Danger, danger. Yellow danger warning across parts of England and Wales. Today we'll see the heavy rain over parts of Wales and England with flooding in some places. So that's not very good, is it? And then this week it's going to cool down to below usual temperature, only a little bit below, but nevertheless, where we've been like enjoying like 20, 21, 22 degrees, it's now more like 14 or 15. So it will feel a lot colder, but not where my niece is. My niece is living in Cyprus. Apocalyptic. That's it, isn't it, LaBelle? Apocalyptic. Good morning, Adrian. Morning, Adrian. Welcome along to the show. But yes, my niece is living in Cyprus at the moment, and she WhatsApp video called me from there this morning, sitting on this swing she's got in the garden there on her fake grass. She's got fake grass because in Cyprus, very difficult to have normal grass. It just dies. So they've got fake grass out the back, which actually looks quite good. It cost an absolute fortune. This bit of grass cost them 750 quid, and it was second hand. People, honestly, in Cyprus, people sell second-hand fake grass. Weird, isn't it? Anyway, so she's sitting on there on the swing like this, and she's got a little girl, Emily, who's 6 years old. Or is she 5? I think she's 5. I think Emily's 5-year-old. She's on this swing with her, and of course James, who's coming up to 3 years old, I think. They're sitting on the swing. So I have a nice little FaceTime with her, and they're about to go to the beach, and she's sitting there all hot. How are you this morning? Oh, I'm a bit hot. So there it would have been about, let's think, 8:15, but it would have been about 10:15 in the morning over there. And she's already a little bit hot. The glasses are on and all that. Think, when I describe my niece, because you probably haven't seen her, think of the beauty of a page 3 girl, but without all her kit off. That's mine. She's like one of those now. Honestly. That is how she is. She's got the dark glasses, the little freckles on her face, the gorgeous smile and the teeth and all that business. And 3 beautiful children. And she's swinging around like that. Oh, well, we're just getting ready to go to the beach this morning. I thought, oh, you cow. You know. And we were just talking because it was great-nephew George's birthday last week. He became 7 years old. And I sent them a suggestion for a birthday gift, and she's shown it to him, and he would like one. So I've ordered it off Amazon, a Harry Potter bus, which is it's like one of these buses, like one of those, okay, but it's purple, and it's 3 decks. It's 3 decks. So I've ordered one of those, and I thought, well, as I've ordered that for her, or for him, I try and get the children on both sides. So there's my nephew and his family, okay, who are over here. And there's my niece and her family who are over in Cyprus. And I try and get them the same things, you know, on both sides. So they don't, oh, why has he got that and I've got that? Because you get all that. If you've got children, you know exactly what I mean. Especially when it's like brothers and sisters or 2 brothers, something like that. Oh, I want that. Oh, no, I want that. Could be a bit like that. So I try and get them the same presents. And while I was ordering the thing off Amazon, I thought, maybe Harry will like one of those. Harry's actually a year younger. Harry is the son of my nephew, and George is the son, or one of the sons, of my niece. Okay? And they're both roughly about the same age. So I've ordered 2. So that will be Harry's Christmas present, a little Harry Potter bus, which hopefully Harry quite likes to build Lego things with me. You know, even on last Tuesday when I went to visit him, was it Tuesday or Wednesday? Tuesday, I think. I went round there and he says, Chris, will you do some Lego with me? Yeah. And he goes upstairs and fetches one of his boxes of Lego down. And they're not like a Lego box where they're all just bricks. These are things that you build like like this come in its own, but and it was a bus that you built. This hasn't been made out of random pieces of Lego, like you used to. Because when I was a child, Lego, it was just in one box of loads of different coloured brick, or loads. Sorry, incorrect. It was just a box, basically, of white bricks, which probably these days would be assumed as being a racist toy. The lefties would soon be up and, oh, why are there no black bricks? Why are there no yellow bricks? Why are there no... That is a racist toy, because that's how it would be, wouldn't it? Huh? Oh, they'd all be up there waving the banner. So we've now got different coloured bricks, which actually make it all look much nicer. But in those days, you just got one box and it was full of just white bricks. Maybe you might have had some little windows and roof bits, and that was it. These days, you buy an item kind of to build. So this would have been a bus. This was actually a gift from great nephew George when I took them to Legoland, and it comes in its bits and a booklet, and you follow the booklet. This goes on there, and it's quite easy to do, and that's it. So that's what I've got them. The Harry Potter Lego purple. I was tempted to buy one for myself, but I bought two. I thought, no, that's enough money to spend on a Sunday. Thank you very much. Lego can be very expensive. Oh, my word. There's some wonderful kits. There's some actually wonderful, wonderful kits that you can buy. I particularly like the Houses of Parliament. There's like city type things. This thing is like 300 quid, 250, 300 quid. Yeah, I know. And just so many pieces. So many pieces to put together. And you wouldn't want to get one of those out, when there's children running around, not for 300 quid. And where's that bit gone? And then you lose a bit. No, you'd want to be on your own in the living room. And I think the most expensive one I've seen is the Star Wars Death Star. Like a big round thing like that, which I think retails at about £499. Yeah, you've got to love your kids to get one of those, dear. Oh, yes. They also have train sets, which are quite good, and they vary in price from sort of 75 quid up to about 300. And there's some wonderful little Lego trains, which I've got my eye on those. I can see that going around the caravan, Lego train or something like that. In fact, I could have a little display outside the caravan, couldn't I? And invite people, sell tickets. Because my caravan my Lincolnshire television complex up in Lincolnshire, I'm on the end, and so after me is a field. And I've often thought perhaps I could get my little keyboard out and a piano and do afternoon concerts for people and charge them tickets. What do you reckon? 25 quid for that? Of course, I would have to give the caravan site owner, Sylvie, who is queen of all caravans. We love Sylvie. Sylvie is queen of all caravans. And I would give her a free ticket, her and her husband, Alan. But apart from that, I think no, perhaps £25 is a little bit too much. £5 and they come round, they sit on the little things, perhaps with an umbrella, because the weather is very unpredictable here in the UK in the winter. And sit there and I'll play the piano and have a little Lego train set going around the outside. I think it's an excellent idea, don't you? Eh? So there we are. That was Manisa. She's probably gone to the beach now, I would guess. So that's my first Christmas present ordered. A Harry Potter Lego bus for great nephew Harry, who will be, he'll be 6. He is 6 at the time. He'll be 6 at Christmas. So I think that's excellent. When do you start buying your Christmas presents, as a matter of interest? Do you? When is that? Me and my mate, we go to Hamleys once a year. Usually before Christmas. It's not just going to Hamleys, you see. It's the whole seeing the London Christmas lights. Usually we'll have some sort of dinner there. Nothing special, maybe a spaghetti thing at Spaghetti House, which is quite close by. We'll have a walk around John Lewis, go up and down the road, looking at all the lights and all that business, and the shops along Bond Street and all that. And it's like a day out for us. And we do enjoy doing that. We go into Hamleys. There'll be all these demonstrations going around. Young people in there doing the demonstrations. And the atmosphere is fantastic. I cannot recommend that to you enough. But to go to, and you can do the whole lot in one go. Not so much this year now. Because next year, my niece and her family, for their Christmas and their birthdays, I'm taking them to Euro Disney. So that's that lot done. for the whole year. Okay, so I haven't got to do that. So really, I'll only need a couple of very small gifts in Hamleys. Usually, I get my brother-in-law something in Hamleys, you know, because we're all children. Boys don't grow up. You know that, don't you? How many lads on here have grown up? Nope, can't see any hands coming up. Because I'm sorry, ladies, growing up is really boring. You know, it is very. I'm always getting into trouble with great niece and nephew from my sister. Usually. Like, I used to do this thing when they were smaller. Can't now because certainly Eve is too big. Harry, ooh, he might be a bit too big as well now. I used to do this thing called TikTok. Right? So I get one child, can only do one at a time, one child to lay on the floor, on their side, one leg up and one arm up like that. I grab each and I rock them from side to side. Tick, tock, tick, tock. And of course, when they were lighter, it was a lot easier. Tick tock. And Harry, no fear, little boys, no fear. Higher, higher. And he was going up like almost hitting the ceiling. My sister comes running in. Oh, stop it. You'll hurt him. You'll hurt him. You see what I mean about growing up? See, my sister has grown up. I never grew up. And I have no intention of growing up. Absolutely no intention at all. Because it's boring. You see them on the Houses of Parliament. They're all, well, they're supposed to be grown up, dear. Moan, 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 moan. Brexit, Brexit. But oh, give it a rest here. Let's move on to something more interesting, please. Christ's sake. Well, people need to stop talking about Brexit and start worrying about next year's Eurovision Song Contest and what we're going to choose for it. That's so much more important here. I think Boris Johnson should represent the UK in the Eurovision Song Contest. Ba 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 ba. Who's going to vote for us? Answer: no one. They hate us. They hate us. Except maybe the Irish. We usually get a few votes from the Irish. So that's what we do. We go to Hamleys and we have a wonderful time in there. We spend a couple of hours in there. We go on every floor, every single department, looking at all the stuff. Oh, I have a wonderful time in Hamleys. And they got cheap presents in there. You know, maybe you want like a little soft toy or something like that. Or you can go upstairs to the Lego department and buy that Death Star, Lego Death Star for 500 quid if you've got the money in there. And when we first started going there, was about 4 years ago, our first trip, and we did all our toy shopping in there. And we come out with these several great big bags. Oh, it's fantastic. Love it. Absolutely love it. Right, let's. So that's my niece on the way to the beach a little bit later on. Let's read some of your messages. Okay, the little super chat thing is in the corner there if you ever want to press that, all right, and make a donation. Not that I would want you to. Don't donate anything more than £2 though, please, dear. All right. Good morning to. Oh, let's just scroll down a little bit. Where are we now? Ooh, ba 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 bum. Let's. Gary Davidson. Good morning, Gary Davidson. Welcome along to the show, young Gary Davidson. Adrian Richardson, I think I said hello to you. The voice you used about the kids, says Sean, sounded like Mark before he won his fridge magnet. Mark is very, very excited, but it hasn't got my lips impregnated on there, apparently, Mark. We do like a good impregnation. We really do. Type that into one of those dodgy things and see what comes up. LaBelle is amazed at who actually pays any attention to what I'm doing on Facebook. Normally, I promote others than myself. Now, here's the thing, LaBelle. You won't get much appreciation or attention from people who do the same sort of thing as you. I've worked this out over the years. Very rarely will you get even an acknowledgement from perhaps another drag queen or another entertainer or DJ. That just doesn't happen because they're concerned with themselves rather than anyone else. The only times you get appreciation is from friends or customers. They will appreciate you. Other drag queens, other DJs, not interested in anything you're doing, only themselves. So I've found that over the years. Yeah, that's absolutely true, that is. And another thing I found, LaBelle, is I don't know what you call the sort of general thing you're into over there. But over here, I was heavily involved in the gay scene. That means all the clubs, all the bars, anything like that. So I was on the gay scene. Once you leave it to go and do something else, it's like you're dead. No one keeps in contact. or if that's the case, maybe I can count on like 2 or 3 fingers how many people have kept in contact. The moment you leave that thing, that's it. It's like you no longer exist. So it's interesting that, isn't it? That's what happened to me. It's what happened to a couple of my friends as they've got older and they've left, and no one keeps in contact. No one. I mentioned here, the times my phone rings is very, very rare. Very, very rarely does anyone bother to ring me. I spent a lot of time over years ringing people week in, week out. And when you stop ringing, they don't ring. They didn't ring in the first place anyway. So, yeah, you've got to keep an eye on that, all right? Fun thing to do with tech. Needs a boat in Cornwall. It's wet, wet, wet. Oh, Noah, it's on his way at the moment. I've just had a quick look in the Bible and this date comes up. Noah is actually on his way to Cornwall as we speak this morning. All right. LaBelle, when I was a kid, I was obsessed with parade floats. That's what I used to make with Lego. Oh, some wonderful parade floats. I was on one a couple of times. DJing, actually. I was on this. It was a Pride event, 1989, 1990. We had this float turned up outside the Black Cap where I used to be a DJ. I was there for 18 years. And we got on this thing. And they wanted me to DJ on it. So up when I knew it was a bit vibrations. So I had tapes ready, okay? So I just played tapes up there. And it was already prepared. I'd mixed everything together. I was playing the tapes and I'd stand up there with a microphone. And there was a generator up there. So we had an amplifier, a couple of speakers, a tape deck, microphone, a mixer, and a generator. We plugged into this generator and switched it on, and everything was fine. So the lorry starts moving, and then every time we went around the corner, the power went off. Because we worked out what it was. The generator, of course, has got petrol in it, which was running the electricity. Probably completely illegal doing this thing on the back of the lorry. And then we'd go around a corner, and I think what happened is that the petrol kind of moved like that, because it's a liquid inside the thing, then stopped going up the tube, and the generator would just cut out. All great fun, though. All great fun. Hello to Michael Pullman. Good morning to you, sir. You put some lovely pictures of a waterfall up. Yeah, I think it was you. Put a waterfall up, or was the other Michael? One of the two. All right. Mark doesn't buy any. I'm like the Grinch. What is that? The Grinch? I don't know what that is. Is that like a tight-fisted person? I'm just assuming that the Grinch. What is the Grinch? I don't know. Sean buys his Christmas present when the pound shop opens. Or about half an hour's time at 10 o'clock. Is that on a Sunday? I don't know. We get our Christmas presents, fun things to do with tech, in October, and food in November and December. Feet up to the 23rd. Food preparation, 40 meals for 4 weeks, and includes a Christmas dinner prepared for dinner. Do it all before. Good idea, I suppose. Joanna, I'd pay £25 for you not to sing. What? You know where the super chat is, Joanna? Send that in now, and I'll say today's birthdays, and I won't sing them, Joanna. How's that? Okay, £25 to stop me singing this morning. I love you, Joanna. I just wish you didn't have Ebola. It does upset me every time I see your name, my darling. Joanna Evola. Jason, Boxing Day is ideal for buying Christmas presents. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. All this, I think that's very sad. People that are on there Christmas night and they're waiting for it to tick over to Boxing Day and they start ordering loads of stuff that you probably don't need. Most of you weren't with us last year. As we came up to Christmas, I give this bit of advice, okay? Probably around Christmas time, you start buying all these gifts. And for some people, you're probably not quite sure why you're buying them a gift. Don't do it. Don't feel you need to buy anyone a gift, right? Because if you're looking at, I don't know, Aunt Bessie, oh, I'd better get her something this year. Why? She wouldn't appreciate a useless piece of plastic that you've gone down Argos and bought for £5. She really won't appreciate that. A nice card or a visit a visit is much more important than everything else. Don't feel you should buy someone a present simply because you feel you should buy them a present. Even if they buy you something, I don't know if I want to buy them a present. Don't do it. So much money is wasted. When you go in, for example, the pound shop, and you see the crap in there that is available for £1. Or maybe some other shop, silly, stupid little presents known as stocking fillers. A complete and utter waste of money. Don't waste your money. If you really, really want to give someone something and you don't know what, then stick a £5 in an envelope. And don't do vouchers either, because vouchers run out. Don't buy someone a John Lewis voucher or a Smith's voucher or a Boots voucher. If you really can't think of what to do and you're desperate to give them something, stick a £5 or a tenner in an envelope. Or, of course, if it's me, a £50 note in an envelope. And they will appreciate that a lot more. But you don't feel that you need to buy people presents. I don't do that anymore. I've saved myself an absolute fortune. And it's nothing to do with being tight or anything like that. Who wants to open... Come on, lads. Lads, who wants to open a little parcel on Christmas morning to be faced with a pair of socks? And they can be those fancy socks with little pictures all over them or anything like that. Nobody wants to open a parcel and find a pair of socks or a cheap aftershave or some plastic thing that you can hang up on in the car. No one wants these things. Don't buy them. You're better off not to buy them. No one's going to miss them. If I sit here Christmas morning and I've got nothing at all, that's fine. It doesn't bother me in the slightest. I mean, I'll immediately possibly go and jump over a cliff or something like that, which some of you possibly might want me to do. But I won't be disappointed. I think an awful lot of money is spent wastefully at Christmas. Of course, if you've got children, that's a different thing altogether. You want to give them presents anyway. I haven't even got to tell you that, have you? Nothing better than a child, than watching a young child, opening a little box of something that you've bought, and the look on his or her face is just the best, isn't it? That's the Christmas. That's the Christmas. It's not like, giving an adult, I don't know what, I mean, a book. I mean, books, I think, are a bit of a way. Who read? Does anyone read now? Does anyone still read? I don't know anyone that reads other than my Auntie Brenda, who's a member of the library. I don't know anyone that reads. I think books are a complete and utter waste of money as well. And there's some lovely books. I've been given some lovely books over the years. Have they ever actually been opened? No. Just a complete and utter waste of money, all right? So beware of that. If you don't want to buy someone a Christmas present, don't buy someone a Christmas present because, I'd better get them something. No, just don't buy it. They're not going to miss it. I'm telling you now, they will not miss it. And if my sister don't get me something this year, I shan't go back and see her ever again in my life. There we are, Sharon, if she's watching this morning. Okay, let's just scroll. Oh, sorry, I'd love to scroll down a bit. Where are we now? Oh, someone said something about... Adam says, come back to Slimming World. I will at some point, my friend. I will come back to Slimming World at point. Right. £50 in an envelope would be great, Chris, says Mick Davenport. Thanks very much, Mick. Mark! Now, here, you can see that. Those of you on YouTube, you can see it with your own eyes. What has Mark written there? You can have me for Christmas. Remember what someone photoshopped that quickly, or whatever it's called. Someone screenshot that now. That's going to come back to haunt you, Mark. Yes. In fact, I'm going to do it now. One moment. Where is it? Let me just highlight it. There you go. Highlight and what is it? Control print screen in it or something? Is it that one? Oh, I'm in danger here of. Oh, what's that? Print screen. Is it? Hang on a minute. One minute. I've got to put that on paint now, and I paint. Paste. Oh yeah, there it is. Paste. Where is it now? Have I got? Oh, got him. Top chat. Let's just crop that. Got it. Save. Where is it? Save to there. Save to desktop. Save as a JPEG. But what can I put that as? I know. Mark's Promise. Mark's Christmas Promise. There we are. One moment. Save that. Oh, don't worry. I'm going to show it to you now. You're never going to forget that, Mark. 1 minute. 1 minute. 1 minute. Oh, where have I put that? Come on, where are you, mate? Untitled. There it is. There it is. There it is. Put that in there. Put that there. Right. Put that there. Stay there. Stay there now. Hang on. Studio mode. 1 moment, please. Let's add Mark's Promise. This is what I have to... Oh, actually, someone sent me a picture of themselves holding the fridge magnet. I didn't show you that, did I? I think it was Mike, actually. Mark's Christmas Promise. There we are. Mark's Christmas Promise. Put that there. Right, now add the thing there. You can't see what I'm doing here, can you? Add that there. Let's find it. Nearly done. Where are you now? Oh, there it is. There it is. Right, and fit to screen. Fit to screen. Transform and fit to screen. There we go. Righty-ho. Right, so you saw it all with your own eyes. If you're watching it on Facebook, you won't have seen that. So here it is. Wait till your missus sees that one, mate. Yes. There you are. That will be held in there. You are held in a queue and will be answered shortly. Your call is important to us and you will be connected to a customer services representative. I said, oh, sorry, did you miss it, boys and girls? There it is again. There is no escape. Thank you very much. Let's just scroll up there. Good morning to High Grade Gaming. Welcome to the show there. Welcome to Doug Warren, who's been a little bit of technical problems this morning. So welcoming to you. Grinch is like Scrooge. I've never heard Grinch. I don't know what that is. Tony King, there you go. Growing up is so overrated. It certainly is. Oh, it certainly is. Mike Reese-Ponto, there's Mike. Morning, Mike. It was Mike, wasn't it? Mike sent me a picture of him and the fridge magnet, which I keep meaning to add to the system. I've forgotten to do it again this morning, so sorry about that. Mick, I say Bedminster, but I'm actually born off Hartcliffe Way. I don't know where that is. Oh, you're talking... I beg you, silly me. You're talking to each other, aren't you? Good. LaBelle buys all her Christmas presents in August when retail make their autumn-winter changeover and the prices are cheap. Wrapped and ready. Oh, that's excellent, is it? That's excellent. That's a good idea. Doug Warren bought something that I need, but I will give it to my dad. There you go. You can get rid of stuff like that. I regularly forget to buy presents and generally don't buy cards. No, I haven't. I've stopped sending cards years ago. Oh God, no! I don't do Christmas cards anymore. No, I mean, if you don't get a Christmas card from someone, do you notice that you haven't got a Christmas card from someone? I don't think you do. It is nice to get a Christmas card now and again, but am I bothered whether I get them or not? No, I'm not. And again, you can spend a small fortune sending Christmas cards, can't you? You absolutely can. My mother, of course, it was a lot cheaper to send cards and things. And my mother used to have a Christmas card list, which she would literally start in September. She had this little book, which I think I've got a. Have I got? I think I've got it somewhere. Even I'm sure I might have that. Oh, here. What? Can I show this? Let me show this to you. I think this is. Is this it? I'm not going to show you what's in it. Here it is. It's here. That's my mum's little address book. Right? And on the front there is... she must have been to Scotland at some point because she's got a little thing on there. And there's all addresses and stuff and that and of people that she kept in contact with. Lots of people who are no longer with us as well. Aunties and friends and people like that. And of course, mum's no longer with us as well. there's even my sister's name and address here as well. Sharon Martin and Gary, it says there. Can I show you? I'm going to show you this. I don't know if my sister's watching this morning. Let's just so she's got this. So this is when. Let me. Oh, I don't want to identify anyone here. Hang on a minute. Let me see who's. Oh, I can't see a damn thing. Hang on a minute. Let me see who's still here. Yes, I can show you this. No one's on these numbers or addresses anymore. So there we are. Look. So that's. See, Sharon Martin. That's my sister and her husband, and Gary. Gary would have been their son. And then later on, she added, when she was born, Tracey, my niece. And, of course, all these people are much older. So that's a lovely little thing there. I knew that was in here. That's my mum's little address book. And she would send out loads. And but she had a birthday book as well, which is here. She got a birthday book as well. Okay? There's my mum's writing in there. And that's very special to keep these things, isn't it? You just keep a... I haven't got loads of stuff from my parents. But yes, and she would start sending those things out in September. Oh, sorry, start writing them out. And come December, she was very good at remembering birthday. Well, she had the book, of course. Birthdays and Christmas, things like that. And everyone would get a card off my mum. Everyone. And off they would all go a few days before Christmas. Yeah, but in those days, it wasn't over expensive to send a card through the post or a letter or anything like that. It has become expensive. I said to my sister the other day, I said to her, it was something like, who can afford to put 50 pence on every letter? She said to me, 50 pence? When's the last time you sent a letter? Apparently it's more than that now. The only thing I send out is fridge magnets. So great expense to myself. Great expense. It really is. Mick, are we getting a Christmas card off you, Chris? No! A nice fridge magnet inside. Another one trying to get fridge magnets for nothing. There we are. Doug, my granddad too. I helped him when he couldn't see well, and he took us a whole day. He bought me a pub lunch. Oh, well, that's all right, a pub lunch, isn't it? We'll have to scroll down a little bit here, boys and girls. Okay, Michael Lawrence, can I have your nephew Jimmy Butler's phone number? No, it's straight. Leave him alone. He's after my 22-year-old nephew, that one over there, dear. No, I keep telling you, it's a straight boy. All right. Okay. Let's do a couple of stories, and then we'll do the bingo. How are we doing on? Sorry, not the bingo. The raffle. Okie doke. Let's have a look here. Where are we now? Now this as death goes. No one likes to talk about death. And how we're all likely to go. I'm sure some of us here will have a reasonably nice death experience. Other people, perhaps not so. But this isn't a bad way to go. This was in the Daily Mail yesterday. A naked man. I'm sorry to talk about this on a Sunday. What with most of you waiting to leave to church? I'm sure most of you are, aren't you? And what do you mean you're not going? Shania? People aren't going to church this morning. Can you write to the bishop and tell him, please, dear? I don't know who the organist is this morning at our local church. She was dreadful last week. Oh, my Lord. Awful. It's getting to the point where I actually might look for another church because the organ player is so bad. I want something really loud. You know, like what you get on Songs of Praise with the whole orchestra and all that. What churches can I go to for that? I don't know. I mean, there's my school church was the Brompton Oratory. But it's in Knightsbridge, and that's like a half-day journey, you know. Time I get there, it'll be about an hour. Then you've got to find somewhere to park in Knightsbridge. Yes, it is a Sunday, but I don't mean you can park anywhere. There is a little car park, but it's a massive church, and you've got to be there, I don't know, half an hour before the Mass if you want to get in a parking space in there. You know, where can I go for like a big orchestra like they have on Songs of Praise and sing along there, rather than some old dear bashing out on the organ, you know, hitting wrong notes or playing too slowly or so quietly I can't hear the damn thing. Anyway, this isn't a bad way to go as things happen. In the Daily Mail, a naked man and woman have plunged to their deaths from a third-floor balcony after rolling over the edge doing it, you know. The bodies of the unnamed 28-year-old mother and her 35-year-old lover. See, age differences don't matter, Mark. See, 35 and 28. Were found sprawled on the adjacent terrace. The fall happened after a graduation party thrown by the woman at her home in the district in Ecuador. A heartbroken relative. Oh, I don't feel sorry for him. What a wonderful way to go. The fall happened A heartbroken relative of the dead woman has revealed she leaves behind an 8-year-old girl. Oh, well, that's sad. That's sad, leaving a child like... Just imagine. I suppose one or two of you have lost their parents early, did you? That's just horrible, isn't it? Anyway, the pair were discovered by a neighbour who rushed outside after hearing a peculiar thudding noise. I wonder if that was during or after. You know. A peculiar thudding noise, which he soon realised. Isn't that funny? When you hear that noise, perhaps you're in a hotel or something, and it suddenly gets faster and faster and then just stops, doesn't it? Peculiar thudding noise, which she soon realised was the couple smacking the terrace. Detectives are investigating how the accident happened. But, as things go, it ain't a bad way to go, is it? Come on, be honest, boys and girls. If you had a choice, that's how you'd want to go, isn't it, eh? Jason says, was it an orgy gone wrong? I think it was. Good morning to Helgi. Is that Helgi? Is that Helgi, one of my karaoke singers, one of the best singers at karaoke? I'm sorry, Helgi, I have to tell you that, dear. Helgi is one of our karaoke singers. I think that's you there. So good morning to you, Helgi. This is probably the first time you've joined us. Just a little bit of madness we do most mornings. Adam, come to my spiritualist church. We have all happy songs like Bring Me Sunshine, Always Look on the Bright Side of Life, and many more. Yeah, but how is the instruments there, Adam? Is it a little band or an orchestra? I can't be doing nuns with guitars, dear. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, it's so depressing. I suppose there's a very fine line between beautiful music and depressing music. For example, as I've mentioned so many times before, karaoke, depressing songs at karaoke, Mariah Carey, Hero, Whitney Houston, I Will Always Love You. They're depressing, okay? Nice ballads that aren't depressing is basically anything from Barry Manilow. Some of the Whitney stuff is quite good. Da 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 da. I have been suggesting to people at karaoke, if they're going to do Whitney Houston in future, to do it while drinking a glass of water so it's bubbling. So that's like when she was in the bath. Because I reckon she was possibly singing in the bath before she left this world. Again, not a bad way to go. At least you're clean when you get to the undertakers. Not a bad way to go at all. So there we are. Oh, where are we now? Good morning to Port and Lou. Oh, God's sake, man. 10 to 10? They've just rolled out of bed this morning. Morning, Paul and Lou. Jason says everyone's off to see the church. The vicar? There is no vicar at our church, dear. It's a proper church. Catholic, dear. Oremus, Deus conobidus sanctus Domino Christo. Amen. Domino vobiscum. Et cum spiritum tuo. I do all that in. Oh, yes. I don't know what it means, but it sounds good when they're doing the Gregorian chants. Well, it always sounds better with a bit of echo, doesn't it? Eh? Credo in unum Deum. Patre omni... Is the echo working today? Is that working? Oh, it's on... Oh, hang on, it's on mute. Let's do it again. Credo in unum Deum, Patre omnipotentem, Pactorem Celi et terra, visibili ovo... That one. Yeah, I would like to dedicate that last piece of music to Joanna, because... failing to donate the £25 via the Super Chat feature, I'm afraid I shall be singing a little bit more today. Thank you very much. Let's just scroll down there. Good morning to George Bond. Morning, George. Chris, make your own church. Maybe there's a Lego make your own church. I could make my own church out of Lego. I like that. That's all right, Helgi. You are great. I think you're a fantastic singer. And the thing is, you put everything into it. When you sing, you don't just sing, you perform. There's a big difference with singers, and I'm not one to criticise people singing ever at karaoke, but there's someone like Helgi will perform the song. Someone else might just stand there, and gaze at a TV screen like this, I don't know, singing something like, what's one that I sing? Oh Christ, maybe Newton. You know, and sometimes when we touch, the honesty's too much, and I have to close our. You know what I mean? There's a big difference in the way people do the karaoke, and whatever they want to do is fine by me. I never ever criticise a singer, but certain people, like yourself, actually perform the song and run all over the stage, which worries the life out of me in case you trip over and hurt yourself. But there we are. So good morning. Good morning to Roy Brownlow. Any raffle yet? Roy's just popped on for the raffle ticket. Look at him. Look at him. Not interested in anything else, just wants the ticket. Roy's actually a very good caller. When we open the phone lines, which we don't do very often, but he rings up. He's very good on the phone, actually. Good morning to Carol MC and Dave. Good morning to you two. People are up very late today. Very late. Church of Unite, Bishop Chris. Mark says Helgi's a great singer. He's seen us on the karaoke stream as well. If you ever want to watch our karaoke, we do stream it live. It's not on this channel, though. Go to my main YouTube, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK. And then down in the bottom right-hand corner, it should say featured channels somewhere on there. And you'll see Karaoke London. Just click on there and you'll be able to watch our karaoke, which generally is on Monday around about 7:30. Sometimes a bit earlier, sometimes a bit later. And again on Friday from 8:30. All right? All right. Have we haven't missed anything out there? Okay. Can't read every single message out. It's just impossible because we're so busy at the moment. All right. We'll do another story here, boys and girls. Tea bags. Tea bags. Nothing wrong with a tea bag, are they? Well, there are certain posh tea bags. Now, I've come across these. Certainly, one of my favourite brands of tea is Harrods number 14 English breakfast tea. Comes in a little green box, but you don't buy it like that. It's really expensive to buy it in the little green tin. What you do is buy it as loose. And when you go into Harrods, which I don't do maybe twice a year, just to have a look round. You know, the thing is, we're going in Harrods, right? They've got handbags in there. Now, I went for a stage where I kept buying my sister handbags. I don't know, and my niece as well. Not from Harrods. And you go in Harrods and there'd be like a handbag resting on some sort of glass cabinet. And you pick it up. And there was a particular one, which I quite like the look at. It was plastic and it was all see-through. It was like a square box, okay? And it was plastic. It was all see-through, a little handle on the top. And some nice decorations. I'll pick this up. And I said to my mate was with us at the time. I can't remember if my nephew was there because I just took my nephew there for his 18th birthday. Oh, I never forget that. So there's me and my nephew, Jimmy, who was 18 at the time, and my best mate Ron, and we went to Harrods. And I said, well, we'll have something to eat while we're here. And we went upstairs and to get a burger. They had a burger place in there. So we had a burger. I think I had a cup of tea. My mate had a Coke, I think. And my nephew, well, it's his birthday. He can have a glass of Prosecco. So he had a glass of Prosecco and chips. And then the bill came. It was like 3 burgers, 3 lots of chips and 3 drinks. And the bill was like 105 quid. I couldn't believe it. But you know, when you're in somewhere like that and you get a bill and it's much higher than you think, you don't say anything. You just try and keep your face straight and just pay it and be done with it. Hand it over the credit card, you know. Christ. I thought, well, we won't be going back in there. I should have nicked some of the bottles of tomato sauce or something to make up the money. We did a similar thing in there. Another point, me and my mate went in there and we were hungry. We'll have lunch here. And we ordered these 2 pizzas, which, you couldn't fault the service or the food. It was lovely. And then the bill came and it was like 80 quid. And we'd had, what did we had? Two pizzas, a couple of cups of tea and a couple of cakes. 80 quid, dear. Do check the prices before you go to these places. Shocking. Anyway, so this little bag's there, and I've picked this up, and I'm looking at this. No one's coming over, incidentally, at this point. Presumably, there's some sort of security tag in the bag or whatever. So I'm looking, I said, that's really... I wonder how much that is for my sister. There's no price on it. So So I said, excuse me, this queen comes running over, young pretty boy, you know. Can I help you, sir? Like that. Can I help you, sir? I said, yeah, how much is that one? He says, that's 35. And I didn't say anything. Oh, that's all right. It's quite nice. I don't know if she's... And then I started pretending that I didn't like it. Because by 35, he meant not £35, not £350. He meant £35,000. And this bag is literally just sitting there on a glass counter. Well, it's quite nice. I don't know if she's going to like the fact that you can see everything in there. Thanks very much. I put it down and walked off quickly. 35 grand! God's sake, man, there's a lot of money. So, you know, when you're going around looking at these places, but that's where I get the tea from. Harrods, it's either number 14 or number 16, English breakfast tea, and you buy it loose, and then it's a reasonable price. It's not over expensive. Or you can buy a great big packet of, like, I think 500 grams, big bag of it, 500 grams for about 40 quid, which lasts a long time, and is comparable to buying sort of a good quality, perhaps Twinings tea or something like that. In the supermarket, and I do buy loose tea. I don't buy tea. I haven't bought tea bags for some time now, but there are some posh tea bags which some of you may have come across, and they're made of plastic. I kid you not. When I first saw these, I thought, oh, that's weird. Why would you have a plastic tea bag? Well, in the Daily Mirror this morning, right, get ready for the raffle tickets, gang. Don't say ticket yet. I've got to read some of your messages, then we'll do the raffle tickets this morning. In the Daily Mirror today, it says, while many people are trying to reduce their plastic waste, some artisan tea makers are moving in the opposite direction, replacing traditional tea bags with plastic ones. Which I have found these. Scientists have warned that anyone drinking these teas could end up swallowing billions of microplastic particles that have been shed from the bags. Over time, plastic breaks down into tiny microplastics, which are about the thickness of one hair, and nanoplastics, which are 1,000 times smaller. So, you know, you obviously wouldn't go and bite on a piece of plastic, would you? But that's exactly what... There may only be small pieces, but nevertheless, it's still plastic. Scientists, I think... Do you know, I think Starbucks, I'm sure Starbucks use them. Now, you can get a decent, although very overpriced, you can get a decent cup of tea in Starbucks. They do black leaf tea, which is all right. And wherever you go in the world, it's generally the same. Over time, plastic breaks down in this stuff. Scientists have detected these microplastic particles in the environment, aquatic organisms and the food supply, but they don't know yet whether they are harmful to humans. Well, they must be, mustn't they? The World Health Organization says that particles in drinking water do not appear to pose a risk. Appear to pose a risk, but it admits the findings are based on limited iteration and has called for greater research on the issue. So I'm sure some of these cancers come from all this, you know. Back in the 50s and 60s, people got cancer, but not at the rates that we do now. You know, smoke in the air, particles of this, bits of plastic that we're all eating. It can't be good, can it? To conduct their analysis, researchers from the American Chemical Society purchased 4 different commercial teas packaged in plastic tea bags. They cut open the bags, removed the tea leaves and washed the empty bags before heating the tea bags in containers of water to stimulate brewing conditions. The team found that a single plastic tea bag at brewing temperature released about 11.6 billion microplastic and 3.1 billion nanoplastic particles into the water. These levels were thousands of times higher than those reportedly previously in other foods. So there we are. You know, if you're one of those that likes the posh tea and it comes in a little plastic tea bag, like I have seen them and I've used them myself, and I'm sure Starbucks use them, then you might want to think twice about drinking that stuff. All right? Because it's full of little bit of plastics. They've done the experiment and it's all come off on there, all right? Okay. Right. let's just scroll up a little bit. Just hold on to your messages a minute for us, boys and girls. Just stop sending your messages for a minute, just while I sort out these messages, and then we can go on to today's raffle, my darling. All right. Scarborough is good and funny to watch, says Jason. It's very good, isn't it, Scarborough? Yeah, very, very good. He's very talented, the writer of that, Darren Litton. Gareth Loxton in the house. Good morning, Gareth. A little bit late there. Carolyn, MC and Dave are absolutely loving Scarborough. My favourite character is the lady who runs the old dear who runs the hairdressers. She is hilarious. She's absolutely hilarious. I love it. Roy's just had an email from buying Twining is it Lipton's tea? Lipton's tea. Oh, that's that stuff you get in America. That's just so weak. If you're going to America on holiday, take your own tea bags. Because it's quite difficult to buy decent... Actually, it's not just America. Loads of countries, all you can get is Lipton's tea. Australia's okay. You're all right there. Or in any of the not necessarily the African ones. I haven't been to Africa. But certainly the Caribbean countries, they seem to have a decent tea there. So the Caribbean countries and Australia, not America, and certainly not Europe. Don't think you'll ever get a decent cup of tea in Italy or France or Spain. They will give you this pathetic tea bag on the side of a saucer with non-boiling water, with a cup of warm water. They think that's tea. How good job we're leaving the EU. They can't even make tea. I mean, what sort of people can't make tea? Exactly. Morning to Andrew D. Good morning. Who's been with us for quite a while this morning. It's raining badly outside this morning in Skye. He's up in Scarborough, which is a lovely place to visit. Scarborough, all up there, Whitley Bay, and I know that's not Scarborough, is it, Whitley Bay? It's quite close, isn't it? But it's lovely up there. Such nice countryside. The rain is due all day up there, so making a cuppa and enjoy. We're all talking about tea this morning, enjoying your show this morning, so thank you very much for that. Okay. Curvy Petal likes M&S gold tea bags. Ooh, haven't tried Marks and Spencer's tea. They probably do a loose one as well, do they? Because I've got teapot. I don't have tea bags. Once I started going out to the afternoon teas with my mate, we go around now. Not so much recently, but we do like to go to afternoon tea. It's like a thing for us, in a posh hotel or like a stately home. We love doing that. We dress up, sit there, have our sandwiches and cake. It's great, and that's when I started buying loose tea. At the moment, I think I got Yorkshire tea at the moment, Yorkshire branded tea. But I didn't know, Marks and Spencer's I haven't tried yet. So I'll have to see if they do a loose version of that. Mick enjoys watching the karaoke. Michael Lawrence is down again tomorrow. Excellent, Michael. Curvy Petal, you got fans on here, Helgi. Curvy Petal loves you. Her and her husband loves you singing. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And you do know... we do like to have a real laugh at I like people to have a laugh at karaoke. Now, I'm going to let you into a secret here, right? Don't tell it. It's out. Oh, hang on a minute. I just realised why didn't someone tell me that? Was I coming out louder one speaker than the other? I must have been. I've just noticed there was one of my buttons was up too high there. The right one, I think it was coming out louder than... the sound might have just changed a little bit for you there, boys and girls. Okay. Excuse me. Dugan's got talk. Say no more, mate. I've got some very bad stories of people on talk. Then again, I've got some good people. Some people have been with talk for years. Never had a problem. Yes, I'll let you into this little secret. Toby. Okay, Toby at the karaoke. You know how horrible I am to him? You do know he's in on the joke, don't you? Some people, and actually, our lovely non-Irish Mary from Ireland, who we lost a few weeks ago, and she's up there in heaven watching over us all. And she was a very good friend to me over the years, and I miss her terribly, actually. But even Mary called me over one day, when she was sitting in the corner of the pub, but towards the end of her life, she kind of went into... She would come in the back and just... She'd wave quietly and say, please don't say I'm here. She'd go into the corner and sit quietly in a dark corner. And she called me over once. She says, I just want to have a little word with you. Why are you so horrible to Toby? She didn't get it either. All right, so if you don't get it, and I've told you now, Toby is actually in on the joke. If you've not watched our karaoke streams, boys and girls, once again you can find those by going to my main website, my main YouTube channel, which you're watching this on now, Chris Reardon UK. Bottom right hand corner, see featured channels. Karaoke London is there. Just click on that and subscribe to that, and you'll be able to watch the show tomorrow. There's a bloke called Toby who comes along, and I'm really horrible to him on the stage. Really horrible, right? He is actually in on the joke. I just want to tell you that, okay? So don't. I'm not actually, but he knows. He knows, and he plays along with it. I'd love to have another camera there so you could watch him coming up to the stage and he's got his hands up. And where's my fan base? Hello, everyone who does all this. It's hilarious. Okay, just to let you know that. Curvy Petal says Toby is fantastic. There you go. Look, Mick, you might come surprised. You'll come in shaved and proper smart one night. Jason, how rude. Toby is very much like you and never shuts up. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? LaBelle, the problem. Very few people here in America know how to make a proper cup of tea. Lipton's isn't bad when you know what to add to it. Oh, Curvy Petal's got a teapot with a knitted cosy. I've got one of those, but I don't really use it. Can't beat Tetley tea. Nothing wrong with Tetley tea, Jason. In Amsterdam, you pay through the nose to be presented a little wooden tray of all sorts, says Duggan, of tea bags, and you have to do it yourself. Good God, dear. How awful. Is Toby Regina Fong's love child? Regina Fong was a very famous, famous on the scene, so to speak, famous drag queen who we lost. She must be gone now, like 15 years ago. Can't believe it. I was at the funeral and all that. What's his name? Did the sermon, the eulogy. Oh gosh, you know the bloke who does the TV program. What's his name again? Oh gosh, he did an afternoon show on ITV. He did the eulogy. Do you know his name's gone right out of my head? Lily Savage, but as a man. Paul O'Grady. Paul O'Grady. It was Paul O'Grady, wasn't it? That's who he did the eulogy. All right. You heard that noise then, didn't you? You know what that means, didn't you? It's raffle ticket time, boys and girls. Get your raffle tickets now. If you're watching a recording of the show, you can get a raffle ticket. Simply send me an email to this address and put somewhere in the subject line, raffle ticket for 29th of September. You must put the date on there, otherwise you won't get one, my darlings, all right? That's the code, the date in any format at all. Put that on there, and then I'll send you a raffle ticket by return email. So, Tony King, there we are, number 45, Tony. Oh, where's my pen? Tony King, the draw is tomorrow. Okay, 45, Mr. Tony King. There you go. And I'll do the others as strips, and I'll tear them off once you've gone, okay? We might have to do that when I get back from church. It's getting a bit late now. Tony King, Adam La Plumber, 46. Jason Hughes, 47. It's much quicker doing it like this. Mick Davenport, 48. Curvy Petal, 49. Sean Pye, 50. Roy Brownlow, 51. Don't forget, gang, only one raffle ticket per show, okay? Only one raffle. Don't be getting a live one and then try and email for one, because you'll be smacked. I sent Mark Bowles round. He don't muck about. He had shot 3 people last week for me because they ordered 2 raffle tickets. They're dead. Don't muck about. Don't muck about. Thank you, Mark. 51 for Roy Brownlow. Joanna Evola, 52. Paul and Lou, 53. Michael Lawrence, 54. He's coming to the karaoke tomorrow. Michael doesn't sing. He likes to just sit there and watch, and he plays Paul down the back, don't you, Michael? LaBelle, my darling, 55. LaBelle. Okay, there's all your names here, you see. Put them on the back there like that. I'll tear them up later to save a little bit of time, okay? 56 for Diane Jebb. 57 for Adrian Richardson. Oh, you're quiet today, Adrian. The drag act never turned up last night. So you didn't miss out. Adrian wasn't there last night, was you? The other two lads were there. You know, the one with, I can't never remember the name. Two lads with glasses. They're nice blokes, aren't they? Nice to have a chat with them. I had a bit of a chat with them last night. Adrian Richardson. Probably be won by a fountain. Now, stop that, Jason. Stop that now. He's getting very upset, Jason. He hasn't won one yet. Mark Bowles, 58. He's trying for a second prize, aren't you, Mark? But that's because I didn't kiss. I will kiss publicly that thing. They will kiss that. Not that I need to try and get you anymore, because you've already promised yourself to me, haven't you? As indicated here on the chat earlier that you sent me. That was seen by all. There it is. Mark Bowles has promised. Look, he made me a promise. Can you see that as a promise, boys and girls? There's nothing worse than breaking your promise to someone. There really isn't, is there? All right. Thank you very much. Mark Bowles. Michael Pullman. Thank you, Michael. Pullman is ticket number 59. Ticket number 60 is from Dugan. Dugan Warren. Thank you. There we are. Let's get some more out of there. Classic Restorer. Good morning to you, sir. I think it might have been your, was it your YouTube channel? Martin was showing me the other day. Are you the lad with like hundreds of thousands of views on each of your, and you've only got a few videos up? Was that you or was that someone else? Mr. Classic Restorer. I'm looking at your channel the other day. Restorer. Ticket number 61. Is that it? Look, Roy's off now. Go on, go. Go. Don't let us stop you going. Go. Just go, Roy. Don't care. Bye. Getting a bit mouthy, old Roy Brownlow. Mark, can you just take his name, Mark? Take his name down. Having a little bit of a problem with Roy Brownlow over the last few days. I think he's on the dodgy pills or something like that, aren't you? Is that everyone? Okay, looks like I've done everyone. Hang on, any texts in? No texts this morning. It wasn't you. Okay, I can't remember who it was we were looking at. We were looking at someone's thing the other day. Okay, have I missed anyone out? All right, High Grade Gaming. You are ticket number 62. High Grade Gaming. Ticket number 62. We're just changing over from pink tickets to yellow ones at the moment. Has anyone else been missed out? Please speak now. Mark, but thank you, Mark. Mark's taken your name. There you go. You've had your name taken now, Roy. Be very, very careful, mate. Very careful. We're watching. People watching you. Watching you. I've been watching you, watching me. Right, I've done you, High Grade Gaming. You got one there. Is Roy Trouble at the karaoke as well? What's he done there then? He's never been. Oh, you mean on the chat box? See, I haven't got time to watch the chat while I'm doing the karaoke. Was it him who people are moaning about? Delete. You know I might have to send round. Don't muck about with me, Roy. Okay? Don't muck about, mate. I've got a direct line to my friends on Planet Zog. Be very, very careful. Very careful. All right, mate. He's asleep at the moment. These are nocturnal. Did you know that? The Daleks are nocturnal. Yes, don't muck around with me, mate. Not if Mark Bowles can't find you, these lads will. Okay? Thank you very much. Have you noticed there's no female Daleks? No doubt the BBC will get onto that, won't they, next? There's no... we need female Daleks. We need female Daleks. It's not fair on ladies not to have female Daleks. That'll be in the Daily Mail at some point as well, won't it? Right. All tickets done. Okay, ticket line is now closed, boys and girls. All right, we've done the tickets for today. I'll tear those off later. Righty-ho, let's do today's birthdays, gang. Happy birthday on this Sunday, the 29th of September 2019. We've got 7 this morning, I think. Bart. Hello, Bart. Bart Hannaford. He was a Black Cat customer for years. A lovely chap. He lost his other half some years ago now. I hope you're doing all right there, Bart. 42. Gosh. What was you when you used to come in? If I had 42, you'd be 32, 20, 22, something like that. You used to come up and talk to me while I was DJing, didn't you? That's how, I'd DJ with no top on. Oh, yes, because I had a nice body. Bit like what Mark's got now. Now fat now. What can you do? What can you do? It just spreads wider and wider. Wider ever and wider, we will be marching through. Yes. Happy birthday, Bart, 42 today. Kerry Stubbs, good morning to Kerry. Happy birthday to you. Benjamin Austin today is 31 years old. Athena Charm today is 34 years old. Richard William Bolam, good morning to you. Happy birthday to you. Jenna Blaney, who I worked with at Belushi's in London. Don't think I forget you people, do you? Eh? Oh, I loved it in Belushi's, and I loved the staff, and it was fun. We had a couple of dodgy staff in there. Do you remember that bloke called Ian? Oh, my God. Were you with him when he was there? What a nightmare he was. Dreadful. What an awful man he was. But anyway, Jenna, I miss you. Happy birthday, 29. I think she's in Australia somewhere. And Marco Bowley today is 46 years old. Happy birthday, boys and girls. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, boys and girls. All right. John's just in at the end there. Good morning, John. He's just got the internet back. Oh, someone else had problems with the internet this morning as well, John, actually. Actually, I did notice that last night while I was at work, the internet kept dropping out, so they must be doing something there, I would imagine. So happy birthday to you as well. Is that everyone this morning? I think that's it. Okay. John, if you want a raffle ticket, you'll have to email me in now on the usual email address. Okay, Chris. Let me just stick it up there for you so you know what it is. All right, you'll have to email me in now, request your raffle ticket. Put the date on there as well. All right, my darlings. I'm going to keep mentioning this, okay, over the next couple of weeks. So sorry if you get a bit fed up with it. But we will be moving completely off Facebook onto YouTube very soon, boys and girls, in the next couple of weeks or so. All right, that's to make things a lot easier. Also, I like people to see everyone's messages. So if you're all in the same place, that would work because you'd all be on the same chat box and it would all be a lot easier all round. We might lose a few people off Facebook who don't realise. That's why I keep mentioning it. So please make sure you're signed up to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Chris Reardon UK, and hit the subscribe button, have the little bell notification thing on there, and it should work exactly as Facebook does. So whenever there's a show on, you get a little ping or something like that. All right, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, boys and girls. Well, you've got a whole Sunday ahead. It's only 10 o'clock. I'm looking out there. Right, I'm looking outside, and it's very dark, and it looks like there's rain up there, but it's not raining yet. Now, last week I did this. Right, it was a bit like that when I left the house last week, and I had to cycle home, and it was pouring down with rain. Don't know what to do. Shall I risk it? Shall I risk it for a What was that? Risk it for a Swisskit? Was that a biscuit of some sort? A Swisskit? It was a biscuit, wasn't it? Shall I risk it on the bike today? I think I might. Have a lovely day, boys and girls, and I'll see you again tomorrow morning. We've got our big raffle tomorrow. Okay, somewhere between 8:30 and 10 o'clock will be the raffle in tomorrow's show for yet another fridge magnet. And even better than that, and this is the last one, actually. This is the last one. Oh, no, there's a few left. A signed, autographed photo of me. And if it's you, Mark, I'll kiss it. Ta-ta.